Mary and I went snorkeling in a awesome place called Coral Cove down in West Palm Beach. It wasn't the best day snorkeling, but we did catch a lot of stuff. I can't wait to share it with you. Welcome back to the journey, my friends. So even though it wasn't the perfect day to go snorkeling, the waves were kind of crazy. I hope you guys still enjoyed that. We still caught some pretty cool things. I just wanted to talk about a few of them. The first thing being the barracuda. The first barracuda we saw was at least as big as me. That thing had to be 6 foot, every bit of 6 foot long. And the reason I didn't get any closer than I was, for those of you not familiar with barracuda, is the, well, I can show you. The part right here of the selfie stick is very shiny metal, and they're attracted to anything shiny. So back in the day when I was in college, I used to clean barnacles on the sides of the boats. We would dive in the water and actually scrape them. We used to spray paint those scrapers black so that we didn't have any issues, and the barracuda used to be right there next to you. And as long as nothing shiny, I mean from a watch to eyeglasses, that kind of stuff will all attract them. But that's one of the reasons why I didn't get any closer than I did. As long as you don't have anything shiny on you, you're pretty much safe around them for the most part. But they can definitely do some damage, so I was a little nervous to get anywhere near him with that shiny selfie stick. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is, I know that video is a little hard to see here and there, and that was because I was actually using this phone to do all those videos. I'd basically shoot the video, then run up to the shower real quick and rinse it all off as good as I could. And that's how I was shooting the videos. And obviously cell phones are, even though they're waterproof and all of that, weren't really made for underwater photography. So it was hard to get enough light in the shots to be able to show stuff unless I was right on top of it. It looks really good when we're right on top of it. But thanks to Cameron, we're going to be using this next time. And not only is it made for being underwater, but also has a 17 degrees wide lens, whereas the one I was shooting on, I think, is only like 7 or 8 degrees. So it'll help out in being able to see more, but also I noticed with the smaller screen size, it exaggerates any movement you make, including the waves going back and forth. I'm really excited to get out there and use this. Thank you again, Cameron. Can't thank you enough. This was actually a really good deal because we got a static cam and we got an underwater camera. So thank you again for that. And also, one more thing I wanted to talk about before we go is the stuff that you saw floating around in there. I actually had never been exposed to that or witnessed that before. But if you do get in any water and see that kind of stuff floating around, I would suggest not swimming in it. Mary wasn't in the water that long, so she still had some effects of it, but not as bad as I did. I spent probably a good hour and a half in the shore area where it was really thick. Some of the later part of that video that you see, like when we saw the sea turtle and stuff, that really thick area of it, I don't feel like I got any of it in my mouth and stuff, but somehow by the time I got home, it had seemed like I got food poisoning, and we looked it up, and that's exactly what the cause of it was. So luckily it only lasted for that night. By the next day I was pretty good. My stomach was still like bubbly feeling and stuff, but I know that now when I see that stuff, I will not be swimming in it for an extended amount of time, because that really was not fun. I have no idea where it comes from, but yeah, that was fun to find out about sea mucus, something I had no idea about. It's been a bad year this summer for going to the beach on either coast. I mean, our coast has still got red tide. It's actually getting worse in a lot of areas. Some areas it's actually getting better. It's cleaning up, but the water's still murky and stuff. But then you got on the other coast, we've had that sea mucus stuff was showing up, and we noticed a little bit of it the first time that we went out too. So it's like it's only gotten worse. And the only thing I can think too is, you got those storms that have been out in the middle of the Atlantic, and there's big piles of junk that collect in the middle of the Atlantic. There's the Sargassum Sea that's out there in the middle of the Atlantic, which is basically a huge mass of seaweeds and stuff. And if those storms are breaking all that stuff up and it's all coming in, that could be where it's coming from. But yeah, I'm hoping the next few times we go, we don't experience that. We are hoping to go to Breakers Reef. That is about 150, 200 yards offshore, so we won't really have to worry about it too much. If we get there in low tide, I think it's about 15, 20 feet deep. So That's our next goal. We were going to go this past weekend, but unfortunately the storms were kicking up too much wave action, and it just wouldn't have been worth the drive down. It's about a 3.5 hour drive to get down there, so it sucks not living down there anymore. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It was really cool finding that green sea turtle too. I did not expect to see a sea turtle that close to shore. I've seen them out on Breakers Reef a lot, but not that close to shore. But that's going to do it for today. Hope you all have a good week, and we will see you next time, my friends. Much love.